Why is it that some men fade into a distant blur, while others leave a mark on a woman's mind that time itself cannot erase? It has nothing to do with a perfect profile picture or a crafted persona. The true anchor of memory is the emotional atmosphere you create. The common man lives for external approval, shaping himself to fit the moment. But a man rooted in ancient wisdom operates from a different core. He doesn't perform for affection, he embodies his principles. And that unwavering presence is what lingers long after he's gone. Let's explore the 6 pillars that build this unforgettable presence. First, she remembers the man who masters his inner state. Consider the typical reactive response to a perceived slight. The immediate flash of defensiveness, the raised voice, the desperate need to win the point and prove a position. The principled man does none of this. He creates a space between the stimulus and his response. He pauses to ground himself. He assesses the situation with clarity, not emotion. He then chooses his words and actions with deliberate, unshakable calm. Your greatest power is not in controlling others, but in your absolute command over your own mind. Imagine she says something sharp, a comment designed purely to test you, and get a reaction. Instead of reflexively taking the bait and escalating the tension, you remain emotionally steady. You might simply offer an acknowledging nod and say, "I hear you," with genuine composure. Then you calmly carry on with your purpose. That profound restraint speaks louder than any angry retort ever could. It communicates a foundational security that is both rare and magnetic. In a world of constant emotional turbulence, a woman always holds onto the memory of the man who made her feel truly secure, not through dominance or force, but through his own profound, unassailable stability. This is the bedrock of trust, the first and most crucial pillar of a presence that is simply impossible to forget. Second, she remembers the man who offers the gift of true attention. In a world of constant noise and competing monologues, where everyone is shouting to be heard, genuine listening has become a rare and precious commodity. The wise man understands this. He offers the sanctuary of his full, undivided focus. He doesn't just patiently wait for his turn to speak, already formulating his own response. Instead, he actively absorbs the subtext, the emotion, and the true meaning living beneath her words. When she shares a thought, a fear, or a dream, he is fully present, his energy anchored in the moment. This quality of presence communicates a powerful, unspoken message. Your perspective matters. Your inner world has value. Being heard in this complete and selfless way is so profoundly uncommon that it instantly forges a deep, human connection. It inextricably links your calm, grounded demeanor with her feelings of being truly seen, understood, and respected. This is how the foundation of real trust is built, not with clever words or empty promises, but with the profound power of attentive, intentional silence. Third, she remembers the man who departs with grace, for how a man handles an ending reveals the very core of his character. When faced with rejection or a final farewell, many men unravel. They plead, they negotiate, they desperately seek to assign blame in a futile attempt to control the narrative. A man of authentic substance does none of these things. He understands that his worth is an internal truth, not something for others to validate or revoke. He expresses sincere well wishes for her future and turns to move forward on his own path. There is no public drama, no private bitterness, only a quiet, resolute acceptance. This peaceful closure is both disarming and incredibly powerful. She braced for conflict, for tears or accusations, but was met instead with an unshakable composure. That specific moment of quiet self-possession, where he chose his dignity over his desperation, will echo in her thoughts long after. He didn't chase. He released with an almost regal dignity. That conscious, dignified exit commands a respect that is difficult to articulate, a respect born from witnessing true strength. Letting go, therefore, is not a loss. It is the ultimate demonstration of self-ownership, a final, powerful proof that he belongs to himself alone, a level of emotional fortitude that is, in this world, exceptionally and unforgettably rare. Fourth, she remembers the man dedicated to a vision beyond her. His life is not narrowly centered on a relationship, but is powerfully oriented toward a purpose that gives his existence meaning and momentum. He rises each day with clear intent, his energy focused on meaningful aims and his own continuous growth. When she observes that you will not abandon your mission, that you cannot be derailed for a fleeting moment of her attention, her admiration for you transforms into something deeper. Your chosen path provides your life with an unshakable direction and structure, a conviction that stands firm even when others fail to understand your choices. This powerful sense of direction provides a profound certainty, and that certainty is a cornerstone of the security she instinctively seeks. When you are authentically committed to your purpose, she understands on a fundamental level that she cannot easily divert you from your course. And it is this very paradox that makes you most compelling. She is drawn to a life that already appears complete and self-sustaining, a man who is not searching for someone to fill a void. Consequently, she is inspired to find a way to belong within the compelling world you are actively building, not as its centerpiece, but as a valued partner in your grander narrative. Fifth, she remembers the man whose very energy is a sanctuary. While intense feelings and fiery passion are thrilling, they are inherently fleeting, burning brightly before inevitably fading. A truly tranquil presence, however, endures. It becomes a bedrock. So many relationships ultimately fracture under the accumulated weight of emotional storms, petty jealousies, and constant, draining upheaval. The grounded man offers the antithesis of this chaos: unwavering stability. His aura is not one of dramatic highs and lows, but feels like a steady, immovable anchor in a turbulent and unpredictable sea. In his presence, she can finally exhale. She can let her guard down completely and be her most authentic self, trusting implicitly that he will not be easily shaken by external pressures or internal doubts. A peaceful presence is the rarest of treasures in a frantic world. And once a woman consciously associates you with that profound, soul-level sense of calm, you become permanently etched in her memory. You become unforgettable because the human spirit always remembers, with crystalline clarity, the specific place and person where it finally found true peace. Sixth, she remembers the man who releases offense without fanfare. He understands a crucial distinction. To forgive is not to condone the action, but to make a sovereign declaration that another's behavior no longer holds any sway over your inner world. A strong man does not waste his energy plotting petty retaliation or engaging in the corrosive gossip that keeps the wound open. Instead, he possesses the profound wisdom to allow life to naturally unfold and reveal its own truths, knowing with certainty that clinging to anger and resentment is a poison that harms only the vessel that contains it. And when she witnesses this, when she realizes you have processed the pain and moved forward without a trace of public bitterness or private ill will, she feels something that transcends simple respect. It is a deep, resonant admiration. Because to forgive so completely and so silently, without demanding an audience or an apology, requires a quiet, internal strength that few individuals ever truly possess. This act demonstrates that the truest, most formidable form of power is not in dominating others, but in the disciplined choice to remain fundamentally untainted by their chaos. This conscious refusal to be poisoned, this unwavering commitment to your own peace, is the very heart of self-mastery, and it leaves a mark that never fades. So, to bring it all together, a woman never forgets the man who remains composed under fire, listens with his whole being, exits with dignity, is driven by a mission, provides a harbor of calm, and forgives without demanding credit. The most memorable man isn't the one shouting for attention. He is the one who possesses a quiet strength, who remains anchored regardless of the circumstances. His assurance comes not from others' praise, but from his own virtue. He focuses not on controlling perceptions, but on the integrity of his own actions. This is what makes him impossible to forget. Long after the details have faded and feelings have settled, she will recall the man who never compromised his core to gain her favor. She will remember the one who selected principle over ego, purpose over distraction, and inner peace over reaction. If this perspective connected with you, please give the video a like and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Make sure to subscribe to Winds of Thought for more insights on applying timeless wisdom to build a stronger, more centered life. If you've made it to the end of this journey, leave a comment saying, "Lesson completed." I'm curious to see who is truly applying these principles with dedication. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay rooted, stay composed, and walk your unique path with unwavering confidence.